What this gorilla did to a woman in the jungle during Christmas break shocked the whole world. Lila Harper was a 32-year-old wildlife photographer based in Los Angeles. She was known for her fearless expeditions to capture rare moments in the animal kingdom. Christmas was her favorite time of the year, but this one was different. Instead of spending the holiday season with her family, she decided to join a photography expedition to the dense jungles of Rwanda. The allure of the mountain gorillas, a critically endangered species, was too tempting to resist. Her colleagues warned her about the unpredictability of the jungle, but Lila felt a strange pull toward this trip. Something about it felt destined. Lila arrived in Rwanda on December 22nd and was greeted by the warmth of the local guides. She joined a small group of researchers and photographers who had been tracking a gorilla troop known as the Silver Crest Clan. The clan was led by Koba, a powerful silverback with an intimidating presence but a gentle heart. The team ventured deep into the jungle, where the air was thick with humidity, and the sounds of wildlife were a constant background symphony. By Christmas Eve, they set up camp near the area where the Silver Crest Clan was last spotted. That evening, as the group sat around a campfire exchanging stories, Lila felt restless. She decided to take a short walk to clear her mind. Armed with a flashlight and her camera, she wandered into the jungle, unaware that this decision would change her life forever. As she walked deeper into the forest, Lila heard rustling in the bushes. She froze, her heart pounding. Slowly, she turned her flashlight toward the sound and saw a young gorilla staring back at her. It wasn't scared, just curious. Before she could react, the young gorilla made a soft grunt, and Lila felt a presence behind her. She turned to see Koba, the massive silverback, emerging from the shadows. His towering frame and intense gaze made her knees weak. But instead of attacking, Koba did something extraordinary. He gently reached out and placed a large, leathery hand on her shoulder, as if to reassure her. Lila stood frozen, unsure of what to do. The young gorilla approached and tugged at her scarf playfully. Lila slowly crouched down, careful not to make any sudden moves. To her astonishment, Koba allowed her to stay. It was as if he had accepted her into their circle, if only for a moment. The next morning, Christmas Day, the team woke up to find Lila missing. Panic set in, and they began searching for her. Meanwhile, Lila had spent the night near the gorilla troop, watching them interact. She noticed something unusual. One of the female gorillas, Kiki, was limping and appeared to be in pain. As Lila watched, she realized Kiki was clutching her belly. The gorilla was in labor, but something was wrong. The other gorillas seemed distressed, grunting and pacing around her. Koba looked at Lila with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine. It was as if he was asking for her help. Lila knew she couldn't stand by and do nothing. Using her camera to signal her location, she activated a distress beacon that her team had given her. Within an hour, the guides found her. They were shocked to see her sitting calmly among the gorillas. But Lila's urgency quickly shifted their focus. She's in labor, and something's wrong, Lila explained, pointing to Kiki. The team's veterinarian, Dr. Marcus, was called in. He had experience working with primates and agreed to assist. With great caution, they approached Kiki. Koba watched their every move but didn't intervene. It was as if he trusted Lila to protect his family. The procedure was delicate and nerve-wracking. Dr. Marcus discovered that the baby was stuck in a breech position. With Lila's help, he was able to reposition the baby and assist Kiki in delivering a healthy infant gorilla. As the baby let out its first cry, the entire jungle seemed to fall silent. Kiki cradled her newborn, and the other gorillas gathered around, cooing and grunting softly. Koba let out a loud, triumphant roar that echoed through the forest. Tears streamed down Lila's face. It was a Christmas miracle. Word of Lila's extraordinary encounter spread quickly. A team member had filmed parts of the event, and the footage went viral. News outlets around the world picked up the story, dubbing it the Christmas Gorilla Miracle. Lila became an overnight sensation. People were moved by her bravery and the bond she had formed with the gorillas. But for Lila, the real heroes were the gorillas themselves. Lila stayed in Rwanda for another week, documenting the Silver Crest Clan, Koba, who had been distant at first, grew fond of her, often allowing her to sit near him. The baby gorilla, named Noel in honor of the holiday, became a symbol of hope and resilience. Back home in Los Angeles, Lila used her newfound fame to advocate for gorilla conservation. She partnered with wildlife organizations to raise funds for habitat protection and anti-poaching efforts. She often reflected on her time with the Silvercrest clan and the lessons they had taught her. Lila realized that the gorillas weren't just animals, they were individuals with emotions, bonds, and stories worth telling. Every Christmas, Lila returned to Rwanda to visit the Silvercrest clan. Over the years, she watched Noel grow into a strong and playful young gorilla. Koba remained the wise and protective leader, always keeping a watchful eye over his family. Lila's connection with the gorillas deepened with each visit. She felt a profound sense of gratitude for the unexpected journey that had changed her life. And every Christmas morning, as the world celebrated with gifts and feasts, Lila remembered the gift she had received in the jungle, the gift of trust, love, and a deeper understanding of the bond between humans and animals. Years later, Lila wrote a book about her experiences titled Christmas in the Jungle: The Miracle of the Silver Crest Clan. It became a bestseller, inspiring people worldwide to care for the planet and its creatures. Lila often said, "Christmas isn't about what you give or receive. It's about the connections you make and the lives you touch." And somewhere in the jungles of Rwanda, a wise old silverback named Koba and a young gorilla named Noel continued to live their extraordinary lives, reminding the world of the miracle that brought them all together.